And a very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Lloyd with the CBC News at noon. Well, despite its limited resources, the National Council on Substance Abuse has been able to reach out and touch thousands of lives every year. This from Attorney General and Minister of Home Affairs Adriel Brathwaite, who says the NCSA is still relevant today and its work is outstanding. His comments came during a service at the Bank Hall Church of the Nazarene, marking the launch of Drug Awareness Month.
We don't exactly have a lot of money to do the things that we would like to do. But with the 17 staff members that we have and the significant contribution of our volunteers who work with us day and night to ensure that we can change the lives of many Barbadians who are addicted to legal and illegal substances, we understand the relevance of what we do.
Mr. Brathwaite also responded to concerns recently expressed by a senior attorney criticizing the remanding of a man to prison for having a 5-bag of marijuana.
What we would like to do is to bring them into the drug treatment court program and see how we can divert them from the abuse of substances. In that regard, our first cohort should be graduating this month. And so we will then do an analysis via the NCSA in terms of its successes or otherwise, but the feedback that I've received will suggest that we've gone in the right direction in terms of trying not to criminalize behavior where addiction is the issue, but try to address what can correctly be described as a healthcare challenge.
An international foundation dedicated to the preservation of heritage has expressed an interest in a restored Carnegie building, which is the first free library in Barbados. The task force set up to oversee the restoration launched a fundraising project last year to finance the $4 million restoration of the historic building, which is located on Coleridge Street in Bridgetown. The Carnegie building served as the headquarters of the National Library Service until it was vacated due to its deteriorating condition over 5 years ago. Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber sees potential in the building, saying it's important to the city. The role his foundation will take, however, will be an educational one or in the use of the building. Lord Andrew, an international patron of the Preservation Task Force, was among the many guests attending a heritage cocktail reception at the Lime Grove Lifestyle Center. He says it's vital to protect the built environment.
It is vital that we preserve our built environment. It is something that really deeply affects us all, and it really affects particularly the way that young people perceive their lives. I think is hugely affected by the environment.
And Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth, Stephen Lashley, says heritage preservation is important to the Frundell Stewart-led administration.
That is why it established both the task force and the trust to be at the forefront of fundraising efforts, which of course is required to rehabilitate and restore our heritage treasures, beginning of course with those buildings in the World Heritage property of Bridgetown and its garrison.
The organizers of the 50th Barbados anniversary celebration say the bar has been set high with the successful launch of activities in historic Bridgetown last week. Co-chair of the 50th anniversary celebration secretariat, Senator Dr. Esther Beyer, says a massive crowd was in historic Bridgetown to be part of history, and many more watched it right here live on CBC TV 8. The launch featured a parade, a multimedia concert dubbed Barbados We Come From, and a fireworks display.
From there, we only can take it higher. I thought that having done such a good job, if I may say so myself, on behalf of the team, because it really was a massive team effort to bring off an event like that. Having set the bar there, you know what augurs for the remainder of the year as we aim to climax on the 30th of November this year with our 50th anniversary celebrations.
The commemorative Broken Trident is currently in the parish of St. George, the first of its many stops across the island. From there, it will travel across all the other parishes. Senator Dr. Beyer says even the diaspora wants a commemorative trident.
In England, they want a trident. In America, they want a trident. We're thinking we can do a virtual trident as well, you know, that people can sign on to by social media and so on. So everybody wants a piece of this trident action because of what it represents. But as we see our trident, I want to encourage you this morning not just to think of it as our breaking away from England. We did that 50 years ago. And yes, that is significant. But what does our broken trident mean to us?
A leading musician is telling local artists that Barbadian music does not always have to be what he termed crop-over music nor imported. Nicholas Branker offered the advice as he says he wants to see local music grow. Mr. Branker is one of the acts for the upcoming Naniki Barbados Music Festival, which opens on Wednesday and runs until January 17th. He will share the stage with multi-Grammy Award winner Roberta Flack.
We don't have to be reggae artists necessarily or pop artists or whatever. Our music can still be ours outside of that limitation. And I'm hoping that I will achieve that next week, Saturday night.